guys, it's Tanya Beautiful here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a story time video. You guys requested that I do a story time video, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. This is not my first video of this year. I actually recently posted a vlog yesterday, so if you guys want to check out that vlog, you can definitely click the link in the description box below where you can check out my last vlog. That was my actual first video of the year. Today I'm going to be doing a story time, and today's story time is going to be about time a guy masturbated in front of me, and we're gonna just get into the story, okay? At the time, I was probably in like 10th, 11th grade. My mother used to send me to go to the laundry. That's what, you know, you're supposed to be doing. So I used to go to this laundromat like a couple blocks down from my house. And I would say in this area, it was like Creepville. There were buildings where I would see guys just sitting in front smoking weed. I would also see like grown men and grown women going into these buildings. Basically, you know, they were crackheads and things like that. But for some reason, I liked going to that laundromat because, I mean, this is an area that I grew up in. Not only that, but this laundromat, the machines wash your clothes really, really clean, and they weren't too expensive. They were actually really affordable. I don't even know if that laundromat is still there. It's probably still there. So one day I was walking down the block, of course, pushing my shopping cart to the laundromat, and this guy is driving beside me and he's like following me. So I'm kind of like looking this way, looking that way. I'm not really paying him too much attention because, I mean, I'm just going to wash my clothes. I'm not really looking for no attention right now. It was just laundry day, and you know how that goes. Head tie, hoodie, sweatpants, and you out. So I got to the laundromat and I didn't really see him anymore. So I was like, oh, I guess, well, he was trying to holler at me, and I guess because I didn't look his way, he just probably drove off. Whatever. I wasn't paying him no attention. I was blasting my music, and I had a little MP3 player. Yeah, a little MP3 player. So I got into the laundromat and I was putting my clothes into the machine, and this guy walks in. He's tall, light skinned. He had a nice fresh cut, big earrings, and he was cute, I guess. He walks in and he's like, "You're really beautiful," and I'm like, "Thank you." And he's like, "You know, what's your name?" And I tell him Tanya, and he's like, "How old are you?" So we're really sitting there just getting to know each other and talking, and I at this point was like, this is a really cool dude. I'm going to put my clothes in the dryer now, and he's like, "You know, I really want to get to know you better." And he was just like, "You know, can I give you my number, and can you give me yours?" At this time I didn't have a cell phone. It was like I had one, then I didn't. If it was working, then I probably wasn't using it. I really wasn't into my cell phone at the time. So he was basically like, "You know, you can come and, you know, to my car, and I'll write down my number for you on my card," because he basically said that he worked for a cab service and, you know, he drove taxi. The car was parked in front of the laundromat, so I'm like, okay, you know, once I'm done putting this in, I'll come and I'll meet you at the car door and you can give me a card or whatever. I see him go out, I see him go to his car, I see him sitting in there, and he's on the phone with somebody, whoever he's on the phone with. And I'm like, okay. So I put in the last of my clothes in the dryer, and I'm like, okay, let me go out there and get the card from him now. At first I was a little bit like, I don't know, because why do you have to call me to your car for me to take down your number, or for you to give me your card with your number? Why can't you just get the card, come back in the laundromat and give it to me? And I went out to meet him by the car. I am walking towards the car door, and he reaches down, and I'm like, okay. And as I get closer and closer, this dude pulls out his penis and starts masturbating. Okay? Masturbating. As I'm walking towards the car, he starts to masturbate. I don't know if he was already doing it before I got there, but this dude starts to masturbate in front of me. Cause I get to the car door now and he's like and at this point I'm like,
what the hell are you doing?
Honestly, I've never seen anything like that. So I backed up so fast and ran into the laundromat, and I was just like telling the guy that owns the laundromat, the Chinese man,
do not let this guy back in here. He's masturbating in the car.
And I'm looking at the guy, and the guy is looking at me, and he's kind of like, what is she talking about? Because he's not from here. He's Chinese, you know? And he's like, what? Like what? And I'm pointing at the guy in the car.
And he's still in the car masturbating. I can see him like jumping up and down, moving up and down.
And I'm just like,
oh my God.
So I immediately, I run home, right? I didn't say anything to my mother. I did not. I told the Chinese guy that I was coming right back, and if he could, I basically keep an eye on my clothes and stuff like that. I run home because I figured if I left that he would never be there anymore. Like, who's gonna stay in a laundromat while there's a dude outside masturbating because they like the way that you look? Like, what the hell? So I ran home. I was there for a good 30 minutes until, you know, I felt like my clothes was done. I got back to the laundromat. So here I am looking around like I'm paranoid at this point, looking around me, just trying to make sure that this guy is nowhere around. And I get into the laundromat, and now I'm like,
whew, the coast is clear.
I can take out my clothes, take my ass home, and that's it. The coast was not clear, boo. Okay? It was not clear. I was in the laundromat putting my dry clothes in the bag so I could pack them in the shopping cart, and he walks in the laundromat. And at this point, I'm backing up and I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like,
no. Don't act like that. I'm so sorry that you had to see that.
I think I have a problem with beautiful girls. It's just something about you that made me want to do that. I was just so turned on. I thought that you would like that. Honestly, maybe there were some girls in the area that he done this to and they were okay with it, and they were like
and kiki with him
when he did that. But when he saw my reaction, literally you could tell he did this before, because when he saw my reaction, it was like, oh shit, I hope she don't call the cops on me. Which I probably should have flagged down an officer, but there was no one nearby. I don't know, like, it was just a terrifying situation, but it was funny at the same time. Like, I don't know anybody who would literally do that. So I'm just like, listen, I want you to get out of my face. I don't want you over here. You are sick. You have a problem. And he was just like, I know, but I really like you. I hope this doesn't mess up our chance. And I'm just like, at this point, like, no, it's not. Trying to be nice, and so I could get the hell out that laundromat before this dude probably tries to grab me. So I take my clothes and I'm like, okay, well, you have a nice day. And he's still in the laundromat watching me leave. So I walk a different direction because I don't want him to follow me. And when I turn up that block, he actually is right behind me with the car. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to play it nice so that he doesn't follow me to my house, because I don't want him to see where I live. So at this point, I'm like, okay, listen, give me your card with your number and I'm gonna call you when I get home, because if you come to my building, my mother's not gonna be happy with that. She's outside waiting for me. I had to really like play it off. Like, she's outside waiting for me. If she sees you, it's gonna be a problem. So just give me your card with your number and let me go. And he was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm glad that you're not upset. I'm glad that you're not.
And I'm just like, this motherfucker really thinks that I'm about to call you? I'm not calling you, guy. I'm just trying to get your ass out of my face.
He gives me the card with his number, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna see you later, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't I want to see somebody that just masturbated in front of me? I got home. I never called him, of course not. He drove down another block, and I was so happy because my corner was coming, and I just turned that corner and I pushed that cart so fast to get inside of my house, because I was like, if this guy sees where I live at, he will probably literally stand in my building and masturbate or something, because he's really sick. What's so funny is, one day when I was on my way to school, he actually works in a store that's like within my area. So when I walked past, I saw him and he ran out and he was like, hey, you never call me. And I was like, my headphones blasting, I pretended like I didn't really like hear what he had to say. I just like, hi, and then kept walking, just kept it moving, because I know he couldn't run me down because he's at work. He wasn't even supposed to leave the store in the first place. So yeah, that's the story. Yeah, you guys, it was really creepy, and it was really disgusting. They have so many guys like this out there that does these nasty things and really expect you to just be like, okay. You guys, if you see somebody masturbating in front of you, call the cops on their ass, because if I had my cell phone, I would have called the cops on this dude. I don't care how cute you are, I don't care how much money you're making, you never expose yourself to a female, especially a young female at that. That's not something that you do to anybody. I know it was nasty, but yes, if you guys enjoyed this storytime video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. I have passed 2,000 subscribers, so it's 2016 and I got 2,000 and something subscribers. I don't know exactly how much, but I know I passed that mark, you guys, and I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, and if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. I love you and I can't wait to continue this journey with you guys, and thank you for sticking with me. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.